Alrighty, greetings YouTube. We're back here again with another nerd report, and this one is a little more controversial. So we have here from Fierce Wireless, T-Mobile will be migrating customers to higher cost plans. So let's go ahead and start with throwing some smoke up here. So, depending on what side of the fence you're on, you may agree or you may disagree with me. But with this story, I stand on the side of what's good for my bottom line and how much data I use. So, I'm a very heavy data user. Not super heavy, but heavy enough that my habits change according to whatever new trend pops up. So, streaming was coming up during 2014, 2015, in the middle of the 4G era. And I was using a lot more data then. Maybe not a whole lot now in comparison, but it's starting to grow a little more every day. And on the other side of the fence, I would presume is more affordability, availability, a product that's cost sensitive or cost effective for some people. I'm not on that side of the fence, but let me explain my personal opinion why this story matters, but it doesn't matter in this at the same time. It matters due to the fact that it's good to know that T-Mobile is making some moves, but it doesn't matter in the traditional sense that there's a breaking point at which you have to go ahead and start growing up. So, T-Mobile is migrating their respective customers into their sizable slots for, like, let's say if you had a essential-esque plan, you're going to move up to a central-esque plan that's costs a little bit more. They're not doing a broad sweep of upgrades and throwing you into just a one big bucket, from what I can tell. But from what this article is basically saying is that the new payment plans, aka raising your prices, is about to start happening. And when I say raising your prices, and not say raise mines, is because I already pay for a higher tier. I already pay for a higher tier T-Mobile plan, which is like the Magenta Max or the Magenta Max equivalent. I haven't gone to the new tier, but they're in this article. They're not talking about the previous tier plans, which came out 2 years ago. I use a lot of data, so that's why I'm on the Magenta Max plan. But you know, if you are the type of person that had like a Metro, not Metro, but a one plan, and some people do hold on to those older plans, like 40 going south, they hold on to it forever. But the question that you have to ask is, who are they raising their plans on and why? And I'll get to that in just a moment. So, early on when T-Mobile was in its fledgling state, it did everything it could to get attention made from people and gave away the farm to do so. You know, you give away the corn just so you can be able to try to grow more corn later. That as a person from the South, you know, I I find it kind of funny that T-Mobile gave away 10 and 12 lines for the price of 4, but that was a baby T-Mobile. I consider them what Dish is today, which is a super MVNO. They had hardware on the ground, but they were still roaming on the bigger carrier, which is AT&T. They primarily roamed on AT&T for a lot of years of their existence. But You know, now one of the biggest common complaints that I hear from people about T-Mobile is it doesn't work in my area. I don't get very good coverage. I can't make a phone call. So with all those type of complaints, if you're looking to finally grow up, you have to grow up as a company and stop doing, the MVNO things or the super MVNO things. So, for example, since I'm from the South, and Christian born, those there's an old biblical saying that as a child I thought as a child, but now that I'm a man I put away childish things. So this is how I view what T-Mobile's doing right now, which is putting away childish things. And when you have bad coverage, you can give MVNO prices. But when you're trying to be a nationwide network, you have to pay more to build a network to cover more people. So for the people who are on Verizon and AT&T, they're going to need a T-Mobile to be very competitive because it keeps a Verizon and AT&T honest. You know, with Verizon, especially of late, doing their own buy one get one free deals, or basically giving you a line for free or super discounted line of late. That's because a T-Mobile is more competitive and can take their customers from them. So as a person who's a network enthusiast, I want to see all the new radios. I want to see all the new spectrum on the air. I want to see what, I want to see what 20, 30, and 40 megahertz of low band can actually do. That's just how I am. And I think this is a very good move from a competitive landscape. And you're not gonna be able to compete against a Verizon and an AT&T if you're still trying to cater to MVNO customers. So starting this November 1st, customers will be migrated over to their respective plans within their respective slots. So I think if you were like on the lowest tier, you go to their essential plans, which is going to cost a little bit more. I think is on average is about $5 to $10 more, depending on if you have auto pay. But read it in the article. I'll leave the article in the description. I'll probably put another link of another article. So this has been very big news of late, and I wanted to get my opinion out there. Didn't want anybody to kind of think that I wasn't going to speak on this. But you know, if you disagree with me, feel free to bring the smoke, and we'll sit by the comment section and ponder over this by the fire. But hit that like button, that virtual like button, and share this with other people that you might want to share it with, and subscribe to the channel. And I greatly appreciate it. Looking forward to reading your comments below, seeing if my opinion stretches across the interwebs or how many people might disagree with me. I'm curious. But thank you. Y'all have a good one.